Do you have any early recollections of the Mann?
Well, the very first thing I remember is walking out on the stage and sitting down and thinking, oh, this is really great. This looks fabulous. This is so huge. This is very comfortable. And there's that beautiful view of the city from the top of the hill up there. And then I'm starting to warm up and I'm starting to smell this cigar. And I thought, what is that? And I turned around and there's this man and he had this little dog. It was Freddie Mann.
In your early days with the orchestra, the Mann had a pretty vigorous season. Describe for us what a typical early summer of yours would have been at the Mann.
There were 4 concerts a week. We would play there for 3 weeks, and we would have a week vacation, and then we would play another 3 weeks. And this is all major repertoire. There were no movies, there were no pops concerts. It was really the core classical stuff. That's a lot to assimilate. So I was glad for my experience, both in the Buffalo Philharmonic and in the Boston Pops, of learning repertoire and knowing how to learn repertoire quickly.
Sadly, I think because careers are fleeting, even with the prevalence of recordings, there will be a time in the not too distant future when people will not remember Eugene Ormandy as a conductor, except maybe through the occasional recording. He was such a prolific recording artist. But he was also the music director of the orchestra for over 4 decades. What remains some of the hallmark great things about him as a conductor?
He had an economy of gestures. It wasn't like he was all athletic in his gestures or, it was more precise and more inviting people to play. He was not trying to dictate or show how things will go. He was trying to guide and then allow people to do their thing. So it's almost improvisatory.
You have a wonderful initial humorous memory of your first rehearsal at the Mann. But do you have any other particular concerts that stood out or a memory of the Mann?
The only time I ever played with Leonard Bernstein was at the Mann. We did Mahler Ninth Symphony. It's one of the only times in my very long orchestral career that I played the Ninth. That was astounding. Right after 9/11, we had a big concert for the community, and I just remember how impactful that was. And I felt so lucky that we had a place, a venue, where we could gather the citizens of Philadelphia who wanted to come together collectively to share that moment. And I was very happy that we could be part of it and that we could do it at the Mann.
Not just the Philadelphia Orchestra's presence there, but the Mann Center. Why is it important to Philadelphia?
Well, it's one of these great spaces that we have in Philadelphia that can accommodate a lot of people. It was built really for a classical music venue, but it was really built for Philadelphia. Happy anniversary, Mann Center.